instead of the Finn and using the double debuffs as ways to slow them down. Because let's be real, you're gonna need ways to zone out Tazh, especially besides the cake.
Yeah, I mean the biggest thing that Xion needs to maintain is his percent and just stocks. As a support character, you just gotta you know, make sure you play that supporting role. Don't lose stocks and rack up as much damage for your point as much.
Option coverage. Zone as much as possible. Allow your teammate to rush. That's why Zoner and a point character are so solid. That's also why Psynoom and Leviathan work so well, is because Leviathan covers everything. Psynoom closes the gap and seals the deal. You could do that very similarly here with Arya.
Yeah, definitely. Arya will have a little bit more room to play around since both of the characters on red team no longer have to rush in. It's only one character who's actually going to be putting themselves in danger.
Yeah,
which is actually better for the team overall. Yeah,
and also using things like that tether, helping to pull out of that tornado. Now, in getting that, I believe that he had the confirm window right there off of the drop down into the down attack. Very smart by Xion.
Yeah, I think the crystal might have even gone off to double confirm into
Okay,
it.
that's what it was. It was like something about that looked very, very true. And good recognition.
Oh no, he accidentally pulled him to his untimely demise as all you hear is just G scream out.
All we heard back here was, what?
It was either what or Xion. I don't know which happened.
Oh man, that was hilarious. But right now, the red team holding a 2-stack up on the lead. But the thing is, you have moves like that. You have the ability to get pretty free knockouts as Tazh because everybody's been kind of grouping up together a lot. Yeah. That's allowing Fadedcrow to find a lot of free charges on his neutral attack, his neutral air, and his tornadoes. Like that, again, right there. It separates you and it puts a lot of tasty debuffs on you.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Both the tether was on. In that scenario, Xion probably should have ran to the other side and then pulled G because G was having a hard time getting back. He racked up a lot of percent. Now he's at 100. He's got to be careful for that Tasmanian tornado. Gonna get the down air though and clean out that stock. Gonna get another down air. Not gonna take anything just yet.
Ooh, yeah, you gotta watch out if you're Fadedcrow over here. You're at the 133 damage mark, and you pretty much can't take a Rain Dog down air. You can't take an Arya teleport up air either at this point. So he's just going for a lot of super active moves, but that caught his jump, and that's gonna take him out.
Yeah, the side special. The aerial side special especially is very strong from Rain Dog, able to take the stock. G, you can already see, don't take my stocks.
Look at who's going to do it again. Yeah, he was going out there to do the up special and pull him into Blast Zone again. I like it. Creativity of how you can bolt down together as well. Also, I love how these twos go. They're efficient, they're clean, they have uniqueness, they have the good team concepts, and they go quick because you share 4 stocks together. So it doesn't take a long time for these matches to go through. It is very efficiently played.
Yeah, it's only a little bit longer than an actual singles match.
That purely is based off of like what matchup you run into too, and we run 3s. We run 3 stocks instead of 2. So like we push the boundaries of that because some of those 2-stock matches, if we had them that way, would be done
in seconds.
Fast.
You would literally have sets that are probably like a minute long.
It'd be like, what I've seen sometimes where I've seen Chavo, actually for that matter, Sice earlier had some matches where he got rid of 2 stocks within like 20 seconds. So that
would have literally been the game. So I like the 3-stock meta. It gives you a little bit like leeway to actually mount comebacks. I feel like it puts a lot more pressure on the opponent to actually get that last stock because 2 stocks just go really quickly.
Yeah, we like more gameplay. We like more games. We like to see a game number 2. We're gonna go to Batcave. So this is a toss-up because like I don't think this is a good switch for Tazh. I do think that this works out well. Tazh the character. I think this works out well for Tazh the player. Yeah, so look, somebody is mashing too hard, and I am looking directly at Fadedcrow playing Tasmanian Devil. But they're getting things situated here. I think they're going to go ahead and reset the match.
Something is just
hey, they're all having a blast though. That's all that right there, that moment right there, that's all that matters. That like everybody having a good fun time is the best part because okay, Okay. All right. All right. Good. We got controllers in order again. Everything's good. I think what might have happened before is they didn't pay attention. I think that their player slots got switched, and they had the incorrect buttons. That's probably what happened. I think it was. I can't remember 100%, but I think that it was Tazh and Faded that switched, because I definitely remember seeing Rain Dog at the last spot.
Because like.
Oh wait, that's right. Player port one.
Player one is always player port one.
So what happened? What happened? Was it the wrong stage? It was not the wrong stage. I have questions I need answered. All right, we're getting into game number 2 here. It is going to be continuation of this best of 3. Let's see how things go down in the end of it. Right now, we're looking at a follow-up in the skies. Coming in down with that boat. That's something we didn't see a whole lot of so far.
It wasn't able to actually get that out. We're seeing a lot more of the boat now. I feel like Tazh, if they go in a bit more to protect like the house and the boat, it can stay up a little bit longer. Not going to get the confirm off the up special into the up attack on the Arya, but that's not. It's fine. Just has to repeat the situation. We'll get it again.
Yeah. Oh wow, getting a double up on that side air right there, and he had the right call on that down air, but it missed. But you see, I like how Tazh and Fadedcrow are ganging up next to each other now, because it does create the likelihood that you could get hit 2 for 1, but it also makes it even likelier that you can line up one of those gang ups, the up special from Tazh, and tornadoes while being covered by that side air. So there's a lot of options you can use to force them to approach. That being said, they have taken a boatload of damage, and G did not end up going down to that up attack, even on batcave at 116.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of down airs coming out of the Rain Dog, which is a little bit stale at that point. Wasn't really able to get anything anymore. You even saw like Cake live at like 170%. It stales out a lot.
Tazh is actually has been putting in the most work right now, but the up air is going to finally get that knockout that G's been looking for a little bit there. But Tazh on this stage, center stage, I was curious as to why you would intentionally go here with Tazh losing some range. But then again, these pile-ups have been happening so often that it's actually helping Fadedcrow a lot.
Yeah, he's able to actually get a lot off of his continuous hitboxes such as Tornado and then the dog pile. So it's getting a lot of leeway. As they already are on, what could be the final stock here, they really only need to go after the Rain Dog and claim this stock as their own, as that is going to take the stock. We are now going to go into a game number 3 where Fadedcrow and Tazh now get to ban their stage, and we get a counter pick out of G and Xion.
We get a game 3 out of this set, and I think that this is the moment where Xion is probably considering, depending on the stage, because they do have stage pick advantage here. I think he's going to be heavily considering whether he's going to go Shaggy, and we are going to, in fact, see that Shaggy show up. This is his true main. We're going to see the Perks are going to switch, of course, on the red team. You see on the other team there, they have the increased knockback damage off of horizontal-based moves, which helps both of them because they're using the side airs and Tornado and that bite and the neutral air from Tazh. Everything's all horizontal with this team.
They're having a hard time getting their perks situated.
I think that the thing is that they had to wait to see what character he would stay with, and I'm curious as to what. Excuse me. I'm curious as to why Fadedcrow would keep the that blue one right there with the clock is you get your cooldowns back 7% faster from those are from getting hit by projectiles.
Okay.
He switched off of the Rain Dog. So there is a rule in the way that it works in Evo is that it's player 1 picks, player 2 and 3 then pick, then player 4 picks, and then player 4 gets to pick their perks. Player 2 and 3 get to pick their perks, and then player 1 picks their perk based off of rock paper scissors.
Right.
So
it's kind of like what League of Legends does.
Yeah, it's a way to counteract people trying to over counter pick characters and perks beforehand. So I mean, we're not really going that in depth with it right now. Like, it's not really like a huge necessity in this local, but it is something to consider thinking about as the official circuits continue. So make sure that whenever any of you ever enter any of the main circuit brackets when they start happening, besides Evo, that you make sure you keep close attention to the rules. So
honestly, with how many characters potentially could be in this game, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in like official rulings at least there won't be the ability to have double characters at all.
Oh well, you're already
Like
not allowed. You're already you're
both
not allowed to
teams.
do that.
I meant like throughout both.
Oh,
teams.
I think
because
that
League of Legends is exactly how they have it.
well, we can talk about that more after. Right now, we're looking at a complete scrap fest going on between these two.
Yeah, they're
and
just dogpiling into it, just throwing out as many hitboxes.
one Batmobile's already gone, and you see like it's very funny watching Xion's movement because every time G's getting like bopped, he kind of like just waits for them to jump on G and then go in for the downer, and he's missed 4 times. But also on the other side of that, Tazh has thrown out like 4 down attacks in a row from Cake to try and challenge the armor. Ended up losing it out anyways and loses the first stock.
Yeah, and we're already seeing here as G is following up with that down air, able to take the stock there. We're kind of seeing a little bit better synergy than the very first game that they played with this team at least. They're allowed to do a lot more from the look of it.
Yeah, I think it's mostly because they're looking at 2 characters that are kind of smallish, and it's pretty easy to gang up on them for the most part. They don't have the best disadvantage, but it's also scary to do because you have to worry about anytime Fadedcrow tries to like rip that.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to pay attention to kind of what's going on with the Tazh. But G's doing a good job at kind of keeping both in the air. That is going to knock him right into that up B from Cake and take that stock, but it's okay because Cake is also gets her stock taken.
Yeah, revenge knockout from Xion. Actually positions himself perfectly at the end of that up special to get the uppercut himself. That could have been a very different situation. We would have been looking at 2-1 game, and Xion at knockout percent, but that is already going to end it. Flying sidekick comes in, gets the knockout, and that is going to be... Who was that?
That's going to be G and
Xion and G winning. I forgot who it was for a second. All right, so Xion and G take that 2-0. 2-1, excuse me.
2-1.
And we are now going to move into
winners finals because
vid-
there's no other way to go.
Yeah,